Hi, it's Kim Scholl, the Life Journey Coach, and today's topic is pick your battles. I picked this topic because the holidays are coming up soon, and in some families, the holidays can bring up a lot of tensions between people. And I think the reason this happens, well, there could be a lot of reasons, but I'm going to give you three. One, you're going to get someone who's going to want to try to assert their claim to power in the family. There might be someone else in the family that they have always felt a power struggle with, and because you're now thrown together to celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah, they're going to use this opportunity to make their claim for the power. You've also going to get people who just want to show off. Maybe they've got, well, honestly, if they're showing off, they've pretty much got low self-esteem. And this is a place where they can start to feel a little bit validated and like they're better than someone else. Remember, that's not about you. That's about them, and that's about their lack of self-esteem. So don't take that one too personally. And another reason that there can sometimes be tensions in families at the holidays is because you've got someone who might want to air a grievance, and now they've got a captive audience. They want sympathy from everyone, and if they do it in public, they think there's less of a chance that they'll be challenged on what they have to say. So I'm going to give you some tips to help you with this, and these can apply just as easily to maybe a tense office situation as they can to a family situation. So even if you have fabulous family events and there's no tension whatsoever, but maybe there's a spot in your life where you do have tension, and a lot of times it happens at work, maybe these tips will help you there as well. So the first is get an understanding of the temperaments, the social styles. If you understand more about yourself and about how other people are hardwired, it's going to help you a lot in knowing when to actually pick a battle and when to let things go. And you can do that for free. Just go to my website, www.thelifejourneycoach.com, and on the Products tab, you're going to find a free Personality Plus assessment. Now, if you've taken other temperament assessments, that's fine too. With that free gift, you're going to get a chance to go through the full assessment if you've never done one, and also about an explanation of about 15 minutes that tells you about the different temperaments that all personality tests are based on. So if you are willing to devote an hour of your life, you could save a lot of heartache this holiday season. The second tip is prepare yourself. Create some boundaries for yourself if you know ahead of time that there's always tension with Uncle Frank or always tension with Aunt Shelley. First, limit the amount of time that you spend with people who cause so much tension if it's all possible. If you don't need to spend all day, every day of a week-long holiday with that person, then don't do it. Be a grown-up, assert yourself, assert your family, and say, we're going to go spend some time together. I'm sorry, Uncle Frank, we'll be with you tomorrow. You know, you're going to have to stand up for yourself a little bit here in order to avoid battles. The second thing you can do in preparing yourself and creating some boundaries is make sure that you are feeding your soul and your brain with books and audios and information that boosts you. If you've got that going for you, it goes a long way to kind of being able to depersonalize and step back away from conflicts that have really nothing to do with you. They might be directed at you, but they're not about you. And the third thing is if you can't limit the time and you are stuck with someone, then I have a little trick that I use. I have in my wallet a 3x5 card, and on that 3x5 card I have some positive belief statements. And if I ever get into a situation where I'm feeling very, very tense, or I'm not really enjoying the situation too much, or I just need a little personal boost, I sneak away to a restroom or I step outside and I read those statements to myself. That will help you continue to create a protective boundary against people who want to invade your space with their crap, because there's really no other word for it. And the third tip I have is when you do see someone who's living in their weaknesses, and you'll know what that means if you did take the Personality Plus assessment and listen to the little audio, don't confront them, don't get in their face unless, and this is where you're going to pick a battle, they are being harmful emotionally or physically to someone else in the room, to someone in your family. So for example, if Uncle Frank decides to start screaming at your son about lazy teenagers, you do need to step in and stop that. But if that's not going on, don't argue just for the sake of arguing. Don't argue to be the one who's right. This is your opportunity to step away from that person and deny them an audience. Because really all they want is a reason to dig their heels in and argue more. So if you step away, understanding it's not about you. Whatever attack they're launching is about their own lack of self-esteem or their own inner demons. Then step away from that battle. Fight the battles that are about protection of yourself and your family, and step away from the battles that are not. If you need to speak to that person, do it privately and do it in a non-personal manner. So for example, non-personal is don't call them a liar. Say, when you lie to me about going here, or when you lie to me about doing that, I have this feeling, or this is the consequence. When you lie to me about being able to take care of my kids, you need to understand I've made plans around your promise, and then you simply just don't show up. And that leaves me hanging. If you depersonalize it, it kind of forces them to either step up and admit that they are wrong, or you'll find out pretty quickly the ones who are just never going to admit they're wrong. And this is going to help you filter who you listen to, who you take personally, what you take personally, and what you can step away from. So if you're facing a tense situation either through the holidays, at family gatherings, or if you're facing tense situations at work, understand the personalities. You can do it for free. It'll cost you 1 hour of your time, but it could really save you a lot of heartache. Pick your battles and let me know what you're thinking. Feel free to email me at kim@thelifejourneycoach.com or go to my Facebook page and post a comment there. It's facebook.com/lifejourneycoach. I'm here to help. I really do care about you having a fabulous life.